I'd like to show you how to two different ways to use a lamp or an LED, and you can also use this for other outputs as well in two different ways. Alright, if you go to the test interface, you'll see here on outputs you have M1 here and then O1 and O2. So this is in the motor mode, this is in output 1 and 2. If we wanted to use a lamp in the motor mode, we could turn it on by clicking clockwise or counterclockwise. Both would activate the light. Okay, in that case we would connect both wires into M1, one in O1, one in O2. However, sometimes you have a lot of outputs, and if you don't need to change direction or switch polarity, okay, you can use them in the O1 and O2. Now this is where you would take one wire and plug it into either O1 and O2. You would run the other wire to a common ground somewhere that was open, like on C4 for instance. And remember, you could daisy chain those together. So now I've split the outputs by clicking on this radio button into O1 and O2, and I have a slider for each one. If I had it connected this way, I would want to slide it up like that. Excuse me. And now that would have turned on one that was plugged into O2 and was only using one plug. The other wire would be run to common ground. So I'd like to show you what those two programs would look like differently. So if I wanted to write a program based on the output mode, I'm still in the output mode here, just to turn that light on and off for a few seconds, I would put in the start, and then I have a couple of commands over here. I have M1 encoder motor, and this is O1 lamp output. Alright, I said I had plugged it into O2, so I will change that. I do want it to be a lamp, okay, and I want it to come on. I want it to stay on for 2 seconds. And then I want it to turn off. Then I'm going to let that take place for 2 seconds. Now when I run this, I literally will have, if I press start, I literally will have it beginning to cycle through on and off, on and off. Right? Now instead, if I didn't want to do this as outputs, I had it wired as motors, I would put in this icon, the motor icon. Just checking to be sure that connected, okay? And then I can change this. Right click, lamp, on, okay? Because it's plugged into motor 1 in this case. Same thing. Lamp, off, okay. Alright, when I run this program, I'll get the same action, but it's wired differently. The advantage of the other way is that I save output connections, so I'm able to connect more outputs to a single control unit. Now we'll stop that program, and I'll also let you see what's happening to the lamp as we do this. This time I'm running the light blinking as an output. So this saves you a resource on your Fisher Technic controller. So if you had 2 lamps that you wanted to operate, you could plug one into O1 and one into O2. You could then daisy chain the grounds together to connect them there. Now I'd like to show you, just let you see the program cycling while I am running it. This is the program written as a motor.